The AEW World Championship, in my opinion the most prestigious belt in all of pro wrestling. It went from Chris Jericho to Jon Moxley to Kenny Omega and now is in the hands of the cowboy Adam Hangman Page. In this video we'll talk about who the next world champion could be and the current state of the AEW World Championship. Considering the feuds we have going on and the men who are in the main event scene right now, who will be the one to dethrone Hangman Page and become the new AEW World Champion? Will it be the leader of the Undisputed Elite, Adam Cole? Or the cult of personality himself, CM Punk? In its 3-year existence, AEW has managed to perfectly book their World Championship, making it one of the most sought-after belts in the industry and a top rise in professional wrestling. Tony Khan made sure that AEW's highest award is protected, consistent, and part of some very well-written storylines. Choosing Chris Jericho as the inaugural world champion for the promotion was perhaps one of the best decisions in AEW's history. Jericho's name recognition and the respect he has in the business gave the world championship a solid foundation. Any casual fan scrolling through the internet who saw Chris Jericho with the AEW world title would have easily recognized him and gave the product a chance. But not only did Chris Jericho put over the AEW World Championship, he also formed a group of young talent and made sure to get them over with the fans by keeping them by his side. The Inner Circle will always be known as one of the first and best stables in AEW's history. 2020 came about bringing with it a global pandemic. Jon Moxley managed to put the company on his back and carry it through its toughest year in its existence. Performing in crowdless matches, he still gave the fans great promos and incredible title defenses. Imagine what it could have been like for Moxley to have a proper run with the title with fans in attendance. The cheers and applause would have been an incredible sight to behold, and Moxley kicking ass each and every week for us all to enjoy surely earned him the respect of thousands of fans. The Best Bout Machine was next in line to be the AEW World Champion, who with the help of Don Callis won the world title from Jon Moxley. Omega lived up to his name as throughout his incredible title run as a heel, leading the Elite, he gave us jaw-dropping performances and great matches such as Jon Moxley, Orange Cassidy, Pac, and many others. Besides that, Kenny Omega would go on to win the AAA Championship and the Unified Impact World Championship, earning the name of the Belt Collector. At this stage, Kenny was untouchable and on the top of the wrestling world. Going back to the inaugural AEW World Championship match, Hangman Adam Page was the one who lost against Chris Jericho, and ever since then AEW has been telling a 3-year storyline. Hangman partnered with Kenny Omega becoming tag team champions. He dealt with personal issues like mental health and self-esteem, aligned himself with the Dark Order, and feuded against Kenny Omega. All this ended in him beating Omega to become the 4th AEW World Champion. This is the true definition of long-term booking. This is why I love AEW. We witnessed by far the most compelling story in all of pro wrestling in many years. In the first few weeks of his run with the championship, some people were quick to say that he is so far the worst champion out of all 4. However, I don't really understand why these people say this after this guy gave instant classic matches with Bryan Danielson, a brutal match against Lance Archer, and an incredible show of talent against Adam Cole. But his feud with Cole is far from over and we are surely going to get another match between the two. Besides Adam Cole, CM Punk also has his eyes set on the goal, as in recent programming he has made it clear that winning the AEW World Championship is something he wants to do next. It goes without saying that Punk would do great things for AEW's stock price, and no fan would be disappointed with a CM Punk title run. The question here is, does Punk really need the World Championship? Being such a highly decorated athlete who is so over with the fans, would AEW be wasting time putting the championship on him? Well, for me this all depends on one thing. I would put the title on Punk only if he loses it to MJF. These two have been part of one of the best stories in 2022. CM Punk and MJF gave us promos which went viral and will forever be within the top 10 list of AEW's best promos. With the recent Wardlow babyface turn, MJF is now busy feuding with his former protector. A story of revenge in which we are seeing two young stars in a simple yet amazing story. MJF has also commented on the fact that he has never gotten a chance to challenge for the World Championship, and this is something which I'm sure the fans want to see, and who would be the perfect opponent for MJF? None other than CM Punk. It all makes sense. It would continue their storyline and MJF would get the ultimate victory over CM Punk by taking the World Championship from him. And for those asking where does Adam Cole fit in all of this, Well, Cole doesn't really need the championship right now. Considering that Kenny Omega is set to return very soon, it makes perfect sense for him to team up with the Young Bucks and feud with the Undisputed Elite. This feud would be much more interesting and memorable than anything else. Kenny Omega is honestly bigger than the world title, which is exactly why he should not challenge for the championship anytime soon and should set his focus on settling his issues with Adam Cole. So with all this said and done, anyone who argues that the AEW World Championship is not being booked properly or not a top prize in pro wrestling should really look at how it helped to grow the company from where it started to where it is right now. The AEW World Championship has produced memorable 5-star matches, incredibly engaging storylines, and developed superstars. A championship which has been booked to perfection and which will continue to be the most interesting part in all elite wrestling. Click that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications if you enjoyed this video. In the comments tell me who would you book to be the next AEW champion. Thanks for watching.